Welcome to In the Circle, the premier softball podcast. Here are your hosts, Eric Lopez and Victor Anderson.
Eric Lopez here alongside Victor Anderson, the voice of the Rollins Stars softball. Of course, Rollins Stars softball season right here, Vic. It's ready to go.
2 weeks from now, my man, we got a big one in Clearwater versus Valdosta State.
And of course, the Rollins Stars, a team that made the NCAA tournament last season, looking to go back and, of course, go deep in postseason and trying to win the Sunshine State Conference. And they'll be led by maybe the best pitcher in the conference, first team All-Sunshine State Conference, first team All-South Region. Circle Fogle joins us. Nikki, how you doing?
I'm good. Thanks for having me.
What's this take us through from the end of last season to now, and kind of how do you prepare yourself for this upcoming season here, your senior year?
Yeah, well, we only lost one senior last year, so we have a really experienced team, and it's been fun. The freshmen came in the fall, and they adjusted really quickly, and we've had a good time getting to know them, and they've really come into our team, and we're just excited.
Yeah, Nikki, you mentioned the fact that you only lose one senior, but you can get everyone back. There's 8 seniors on the team. Well, not if you include Alexis Satterwhite, who's a redshirt junior. What is it like, Nikki, to have that much experience on your team and know that you don't have to do much teaching, where you can just go out in the field being experienced and just getting out there and playing ball?
It's so nice. I think the 5 four-year seniors, we've all had really big parts on the team, whether it be in the dugout, on the field, a leadership role. We've all had those different responsibilities since we were freshmen, and then when the transfers came in the last year, and they just joined us and they made us even better. So having all this experience, it's really fun and it's great, and we're excited to teach the new people and carry on after this year. But this season's going to be so awesome.
And you mentioned, Nikki, the freshmen you brought in. You got so many young freshmen coming in from all parts of the country, and some coming from Canada as well. What is it like for you to take those freshmen under your wing and kind of mentor them and let them know this is how we do things at Rollins, and when we leave, you're expected to carry on that legacy and tradition of success? Yeah,
I love it. I love it so much. Last year it was hard for me being one of the only pitchers, and it was a mental thing for me. And, Tiffany's coming back this year, and she is looking great, and I'm so excited to have her back. But then we've got the freshman pitchers coming in, and they are doing such a good job of watching us and learning how we do pitching practice and doing everything. And I think they're going to help us this year too.
Nikki, talk about kind of what inspired you to go become a softball pitcher? Who were some of the players you looked up to?
When I was little, Jenny Finch, she was huge, and I wanted to be just like her. So, that was really the person I was like, yeah, I want to pitch. I want to be like her. She's so great. And I started taking pitching lessons when I was 9 years old, and I've just been at it ever since.
Tell us about how you ended up at Rollins and kind of why you picked Rollins to play.
Okay, so Jewel Crayons, who's a senior, and we grew up playing on the same travel ball team. We were on the same travel ball team since 12 and under. And Jewel was being recruited by Rollins, and Coach Steve was at the Colorado Fireworks Tournament. So Tennessee, Coach Steve in Florida, we all made our way out to Colorado to play in a big exposure tournament, and Coach Steve came to one of our games to watch Jewel play, and he saw me pitch, and the rest is history. I came down for my visit. I loved the school. I knew one of my best friends was coming here, and, that's kind of how it all happened.
And you mentioned your teammate and fellow Tennessee native Jewel Crayons, playing behind her and Brittany Johnson. As a pitcher for you, Nikki, what is it like knowing that even if you put the ball in play, you got a defense behind you that can make your job that much easier in the circle?
Yeah, growing up, I've always heard a pitcher is only as good as her defense, and that's why we're so excited about this season, and I am as a pitcher, because I know that no matter who Coach puts out there, Jewel, Brittany, anyone, I know if a batter hits a good pitch, the outfielders are going to make a great diving play and help me out. The infielders are going to be quick and get the out at first. It's just, I'm so good because of them.
It's a veteran team you've got, and I wonder, you got to the regionals last year, but does the fact that, you still got a chance to win a conference this year, trying to go deeper in regionals, is that like a chip on the shoulder for this team? Can they use that as kind of motivation? Hey, we know what it takes to get there. Now it's just trying to get going deeper.
Yeah, I think the fact that all of our starters are coming back and we've, been there, done that, we know, like you said, we know what it takes and we're ready. Like we went to regionals last year. We're ready to make it to super regionals. We're ready to win a national championship. Like, this is our year to do it.
And Eric kind of mentioned that chip on your shoulder, Nikki. The preseason rankings come out, and when I saw it, I was kind of surprised, and I'm pretty sure a lot of the team was surprised. Picked to finish 4th in the conference behind St. Leo, Tampa, and Barry. So when that news came out about the preseason rankings, what was the collective reaction around the coaching staff and your teammates?
Yeah, I mean, it's a coach's poll, and it's preseason. No one's seen us play. No one, we went to the regionals last year. No one knows what we're going to be like this year, and we're just kind of excited to go out and, prove people wrong, because it's going to be fun. We're gonna come out and surprise people if they think that we're going to be 4th in the conference.
We're speaking with Nikki Fogle, the pitcher for Rollins, here in the Circle Softball podcast. Looking at the schedule, some marquee games there, and I know that coaches always tell you not to look ahead, but one that jumps out to me is a trip to Disney, and you've got the defending national champions on the schedule. Is that something that you guys do? You circle certain games and maybe say, okay, yeah, I noticed we got that team. That'll be fun.
Yeah, I mean, the big teams are always fun to play. We don't really look at it like that. Like, I just take it one game at a time, but my sophomore year, we played them, and they won one, and we won one game. So we're excited to, 2 years later, see how the players have developed and see what's going to happen. It's going to be fun.
I want to ask you about the fall. I know you've had a great fall, and I wasn't there, but I heard through the grapevines, if you will, sources, that you did something pretty unique in the program. You knocked off UCF, of course, Division I, a great program. Renee Lohr's Gillespie, a lot of respect on both schools. Rollins and UCF have playing for years. Kind of a good warm-up, but you shut them out. A team that won 50 games last year, a team that returned 6-7 offensive starters from a team that hit over 300. No easy cast. Take me through that day.
So we played UCF every year, and we've been so close. And I think just as a senior, knowing, like, this is my last chance. This is my game. I got to do it today. It was just kind of that mentality. And I think the mentality that I got my junior season, being one of the only pitchers and pitching so many games and just having that tough, like, mentally strong attitude towards things, and going into the UCF game and knowing it was my last chance to beat them. Like, I wanted to so bad, and knowing that I could pitch and all my pitches were working, and if they did jump on me, then there was 3 or 4 other pitchers that could come in and help me, and that that makes all the difference. It was fun, and the hitting, I'm telling you, if we hit the ball early, it just gives me so much more confidence.
I know it's only the fall, but a game like that where you face a team in Division I, does that give you a little even extra more confidence? I know you're very confident in your abilities, but does that give you more confidence now as you get into your senior year and your season? Like, wow, if I could shut down a team like UCF at Division I, a team that was a top 16 team in the country last year, I could pitch against anybody in the country. Yeah,
I am using that to my advantage. Through the preseason, whenever we scrimmage or whenever I'm doing a pitching workout, that is my mentality now, is channel your inner UCF game pitcher. Like, that's what I'm trying to be every single day whenever I go out and practice.
And Nikki, the conference this year, we kind of mentioned it a little bit. It's so balanced, and where anybody from the conference could be anyone else, and we saw that firsthand last year. How do you take this senior season knowing that you're going to have to go through Tampa, you're going to have to go through Barry again, you have to go through St. Leo again? That has kind of given you trouble your 3 previous years, knowing that you have to go through them again in succession at the end of the year if you want to win the conference title.
Yeah. Pitching in a series, it's tough because when you're facing the same batters and they see you 11, 12 times, they're going to start hitting you, And I'm like, the fact that I'll be able to pitch and have other people come in and we can keep the hitters off balance, I think that's going to be key this year. And it's just so exciting. Rollins, we don't really worry about other people. We're worried about ourselves, and we're worried about what we've got to do to make ourselves better. And as long as we're the best that we can be, no one's going to beat us.
Well, it kind of helps, Nikki, that you have a lineup like yours. You mentioned the experience, the depth. Of course, Haley Kiesling, who's been tearing the cover off the ball the first 2 years. You got Courtney Durbin. You got Chelsea Reed. We can go on and on. Having that lineup hitting for you, how does that give you confidence, especially when they put up 3 runs or 4 runs early on? When you get out there, you have a lead like that to protect.
Oh, it's everything, We have so many hitters this year. It's going to be so fun. I think Coach is going to be able to, move some people around and get some different hitters in. And we've got power, we've got speed, we've got short game, we've got people who hit for base hits. We have a little bit of everything. And when it all comes together, it's pitching wise, I'm so confident in them. And they put a run on the board, and I know that's all I need to shut the other team down.
What are going to be the keys for you to win a conference championship and go to deep in postseason? What as you look as a team, what do you have to do to accomplish your goals?
There's so many different things. I think the first is we try to win every series. 2 out of 3 games. If we win every series, we'll win conference. Win conference, you automatically get a bid to regionals, and so on and so on. And we just got to take it one game at a time, one series at a time, and then move from the series to regionals, and you get what I'm saying.
Just going from there.
Yeah.
What do you want to do? I know it's kind of far away, but it's only really a few months. Have you thought about what you want to do once your career is done at Rollins? Do you want to keep playing softball, whether it be overseas, maybe try playing the States? Do you want to move on to something else? What do you want to do after your Rollins career is done?
I think if someone comes up to me and I get the chance to do something, I'll definitely look into it. But I think once the season's over, I'm an education major, so I'll start teaching. And, I love the younger kids and instilling in them what I have learned through the game and giving pitching lessons and helping out with different teams. And I think that'll be more of what I do.
What's been your thoughts? I mean, the game has grown from a coverage standpoint, online coverage. There's websites, there's television coverage. And it's even moving on to Division II even now, to the point of did you envision this at all? What's kind of your thoughts as you see this game now grow on all levels?
Yeah, it's crazy. I mean, whenever I started playing when I was 9 years old, it was just, okay, let's go to the ballpark and play a game. And now so many people who weren't even fans before, they're watching the games on TV and online. And, we were supposed to play on ESPN3. I don't know if we still are or anything, but so many people have been like, yes, we want to see you play. And that's so cool. And I just think softball's a really great sport for people to, invest in. And it's crazy how much it's grown. And I've loved being able to watch that.
And, of course, all Rollins broadcasts can be listened to for free on the Geico Tower Sports Network. Eric, I heard some individuals on the call of those games. I don't know. Do you know who that is? Wait, can you put your mic on, sir, first? Because I can't hear you. Eric's microphone's having some technical.
Wait, hold on. Nikki, address that broadcaster you just heard. He travels with you from time to time. What's that like? Are you girls look at him and man, he's a little out there?
No, what?
Oh, Victor. Victor is great. He always puts a smile on all of our faces. He's so fun to be around. He's great. We love having him travel with us.
And you see, Eric, that's why I travel with the team, because you have to understand, Eric, when you're on bus trips, when you have to go to Nova Southeastern or going to Georgia, you kind of need people on the team to kind of break the mundane. And I think, and Nikki, you can back me up on this, my suit or role as not only as broadcaster of the Rollins Stars to kind of be that icebreaker, kind of get everybody loose, get everybody ready to play. But, of course, I know when it's time to go between the lines, I'm up in the booth making sure I'm
Something
doing
tells
what
me
I
the
do.
coaches might have a different answer. On that, but we'll see. Maybe that's another day, another topic for another day.
Coach Steve and Coach Michelle understand. Hey, I'm going to do my job. I'm going to stay out of their way.
Good move.
And we all do, and everyone gets along just fine.
Smart man.
Yeah.
That's smart man. All right, last thing before we let you go. Do you have a favorite memory up until this point, a favorite game or a favorite trip from your Rollins career here?
I don't know if I can pick just one. Being a senior and playing for 4 years with the same people, I've met some of my best friends, and, we're so ready to go out with a bang. And, God, a favorite memory. Let's see. I love the bus rides and the fun that Victor was talking about earlier, hanging out, laughing, goofing off, and then getting there and getting the job done, getting down to business, and winning some games, and then having more fun on the bus. I love traveling. I think that's my favorite part. And we're going to Hawaii this year. I'm so excited. That was a really fun memory my freshman year, and I'm excited to go back and make even more memories.
Yeah, I was going to say, Hawaii, that's not a bad trip to end your final season on, right? I mean, get to go to Hawaii 2 times. Not many people can say that.
Yeah, it's going to be great.
That's going to be tremendous. Well, Nikki, I appreciate you taking the time here on your busy schedule. Congrats on the success you've had to this point, but we wish you well on more success this upcoming season. It's a pleasure to watch you play and continuing to watch you play. Take the time. Thanks for joining us.
Yeah, thank you guys.
Thanks, Nikki.
And make sure you smack Vic around if you want. Feel free.
That's what Brittany Johnson's there for.
Fair enough.
Yeah, that's Brittany's job.
Yeah.
All right, Nikki, take it easy.
All right, see you guys.
Thanks, Nikki.
That's Nikki Fogle, pitcher for the Rollins Tars. First team All-Sunshine State Conference, first team All-South Region, and I view maybe the pitcher of the year in the conference. Tremendous talent.
Well, you have to understand, Eric, as great as a pitcher she is on the field, she is a tremendous teammate off the field. She's done a lot of work with some local kids in the Central Florida area. She's definitely looking into doing some teaching. Has some internships with some of the local schools during the fall. And Nikki hit it right on the head. Having a defense like Jewel Krantz behind her and Brittany Johnson next to Krantz at second base, that outfield with Chelsea Reed and Courtney Durbin, it's going to be a very experienced and very talented team. And Nikki understands, along with the rest of the team, hey, this is our last shot. Let's go out there and leave everything we got on the field.
Should be a fun year, another successful one for the Rollins Tars. That's Victor Anderson. Thanks to Nikki Fogle. I'm Eric Lopez here for In the Circle.